today with some special guests, Ruth and Walter. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing just fine.
Woman, I can answer for myself. I'm doing wonderful. Nothing else I could wish for but to be with my family. I have the best job, the most perfect house, and...
Now, Walter, she doesn't want to hear you rambling on about your life right now. How are you doing today?
I'm doing just fine. How do you guys like that new house?
The house is lovely. Got everything we need. Enough room for everyone to have a bed to sleep on and room to play outside.
And a kitchen with enough room to cook and eat in.
I'm glad to hear that. The last time I heard, Walter, you lost all the money for the liquor business. Whatever happened to that?
No, I ain't ever got that business. Dang, Willie Harris never showed up, never gave me my money. But I did get my job back with them white folks, and they pay me a whole lot more now that I'm back.
Great. Sounds like a done deal for you. What about you, Ruth? What have you been up to?
I just been doing my regular work, some of the other people's laundry from around the neighborhood, making sure Travis is still being his best, respecting the other neighbors. Now mine and Beneatha's child? Whew, that's a different story.
Beneatha, you say? Why is she back? Isn't she with Joseph?
Stop picking on your sister, Walter. Well, she isn't even here. Sorry about him, always picking on her.
No need to say sorry for me. If I was sorry, I would say it.
A few moments later.
We have a special guest sitting here with us today. Beneatha, how are you doing today?
I'm doing just fine. How are you?
I'm great. I just interviewed Walter and Ruth about half an hour ago. They told me some pretty interesting stuff about you.
That old Walter? I wouldn't believe a thing he says.
So, you're not a doctor then?
Oh, why, yes I am.
Could you tell us about that?
Sure, after I finished college, despite all the people who said I couldn't, I started working as a doctor's assistant down the road a ways. Not shortly after I started working there, a Psy guy showed up at my house for dinner and tickets to Africa. I was so excited and agreed to move there with him. I didn't even ask my mom, and she was so upset.
Why did Joseph ask you to go to Africa with him?
He knew my dream was to be a doctor in Africa, so he waited until I got my degree to take me there.
Speaking of Joseph, how have things been between you two? Let me rephrase that. What happened between the two of you?
Well, once we were on the plane, a Psy guy proposed to me, and of course I said yes. Then after we landed, we went to the village church and eloped. About 3 months later, I found out I was pregnant. I didn't want to tell a Psy guy about the baby because we've been having problems lately.
What kind of problems?
Oh, he never came home. He would go to work, then not show up at home for hours. Sometimes days at a time. He'd been acting like that way for 2 months. I didn't know what to think about it.
When did you tell him about the baby?
It slipped out when we were in an argument about him coming home late.
How did he react to the news?
He was shocked. Immediately, he stopped talking and walked to our bedroom. I followed him and asked him what he was doing.
Can you repeat the last phrase, please? I don't think I understood you clearly.
I said he packed his stuff up and he left because I ain't signed up for no child. That son of a gun.
What happened to you and the baby after he left?
I took all my savings and bought my ticket back to the States and moved back in with Mama. She was very happy that I came back, and she was shocked that I didn't bring a Psy guy with me. But then when I told her what he did, she was good and glad. And she said, ain't nobody need a man like that.
Did you decide to keep the baby?
I sure did. Mama's at home taking care of it right now.
I'm afraid that's all the time we have for now. Thank you so much for coming in today, Beneatha. I wish you and your child the best of luck.
Eventually.
Here today we have the brilliant mother and son duo, Corey and Rose Maxson. How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing quite well, thank you.
And I'm doing mighty fine myself.
I'm glad to hear that. I have a few questions for you guys. Let's start with Corey. How was it in the Marines?
It wasn't all fun and games, but I did learn a lot from that place.
Well, isn't that lovely? What are you planning to do now that you're back home?
I honestly haven't thought about it too much. I believe I'll just might stay here with Mama and make sure she's behaving. Maybe I'll get to know Renelle more since she's my sister after all.
Oh, honey, you don't need to be watching me. I can do it myself, but spending time with your sister isn't that bad of an idea.
Oh, how sweet. So, Rose, tell us more about Rhinell.
Rhinell is still a little girl, and Troy wasn't around much, but when he was with that child, she just understood he is gone. She cries about him sometimes, about missing him, but nothing more. Gabe just as happy as he can be, believing how he opened the gates of heaven for Troy. And Leon's that boy he finally make to the big boys. Made it all the way up there and is playing his music, making sure to show Troy how good he really is.
And what about you?
Just focus on raising Rhinell to the best woman I know she can be. But don't get me wrong, I still miss Troy even after everything.
What about you, Corey?
I don't know, ma'am. My father wasn't the best, but he did show me how to be a man. That day when I was singing with Rhinell, I realized that he was singing to me for all the times before that.
I'm sorry for your loss, but this is all the time we have for today. Thank you for coming.
12 seconds later.
Thank you for coming back and agreeing to be interviewed together.
Oh, no problem.
Thank you for having us.
Have the two of you ever met before today?
No.
It turns out that you two actually have a lot more common than we originally thought.
Is that so?
Yes, for starters, you both have a son and a daughter.
Is your son older than your daughter, too?
Yes, but actually, she's not technically my daughter.
Did you adopt?
No. My husband cheated on me, and she ended up having his baby.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Oh, yes, she did.
Where's this sack of crap at? I don't want to give him a piece of my mind.
He's dead.
Oh, dear. I'm so sorry.
This is such a heartwarming moment.
I'm a done caught up with him.
I take back what I said. Now, ladies, if you're done hugging, let's get back down to business. How do the two of you feel about your in-laws?
Mama?
No, Benitha.
I love her. Sometimes she can be a stick in my behind, but she has only good intentions. I ain't never deserved a better sister-in-law.
You should meet my brother-in-law. He was in the war and had to get surgery for the damage done to him. Troy stole his money to buy our house. Now, although I really...
He stole money too? What has this man not done?
Lord knows, Ruth, Lord knows.
I'm afraid that's all the time we have, ladies, but make sure you stick around because it's about to get juicy up in here.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire
Welcome back. I'm here with Walter, Corey, Ruth, and Rose for a joint interview. First off, I would just like to start by saying thank you guys for being here today. Do any of you have questions for anyone?
Is that your boy?
Why, yes it is.
What a lovely boy.
Why, thank you. I hope Travis gets to be as good as you young man.
Thank you, sir.
Well, if there's no more questions, I have a few to ask.
No, I've got one more. Now, where's that first person we were talking about?
That person?
Mama, what's she talking about? That man, hell, he ain't even a man after what he done to you.
Oh, that man. Why, yes, he's dead. Done.
Mama, who's she done talking about? Then serves him right. Mama.
Boy, hush up. Don't tell him to. Hush up. He just want to know who the hell is dead.
Walter.
Troy, that's who. You happy now?
That's his name? Sounds like a
Shut your mouth. Have you no respect for the dead?
Not this man. No one deserves to be cheated on and get some money stolen from.
Been there, done that.
Walter Lee.
Okay, guys, let's break this up before it gets out of hand.
I think Walter just admitted to cheating on Ruth.
Ooh. I can't believe you. Corey, we are out of here.
Well, folks, I'm afraid this interview has come to an end. And thank you for all watching this emotional roller coaster of today's events. And now for the weather.
Weather!